My name is Robert. I am the CEO and founder of FireHydrant, previous on-call engineer myself. If you're new to the Burn Down webinar, this is something we do monthly. We love to show really fast-paced, just what's coming out, what is new within the platform that you can use right now in the tool. And today we have some really huge releases that came out very recently. So we're going to step through all of them. This usually lasts up to 30 minutes. I'm going to guess that today will end a little early. So let's go ahead and jump in. So FireHydrant, last year we released Signals, which is our on-call and alerting functionality, replacement for PagerDuty, replacement for Opsgenie, and it is hitched onto our incident management, best-in-class workflow automation, as well as retrospectives. And recently we updated our schedules to include something called rotations. And rotations are basically multiple layers that exist within a schedule that can have different responders, different handoff policies, et cetera, et cetera. So what we're looking at here is a new rotation. And the way that you get here is that you can go to a primary schedule, you can click add rotation, and will be dropped into the also very nicely redesigned rotation editor for schedules. And you can give rotations their own names. You can also change the time zone that they're in. So if you want to do a follow the sun rotation, you may. And for responders, you can also change the different types, change the responders that are on it as well. And you may have noticed on the right side that we also have live previews for this as well. So as you're developing your on-call schedule, you are able to see the preview of who will be on call and when. And as you actually change certain things, like if you wanted to go from weekly to daily, you'll see it actually update within the preview as well. We've also added new functionality for coverage gap notifications. So, for example, if you have a team that must always have someone on call. You have critical services in your path. And if there's not someone on call, that would be very, very bad if something broke. Because fire hydrant shifts can have coverage requested or even be removed from schedules, we've actually added the ability to prevent that entirely. So if you want to prevent shifts from ever being deleted from rotation, you can check this box. And if someone requests coverage and someone hasn't raised their hand and taken coverage over for someone that is going to be on call, you'll actually get a notification now for coverage for when there will be a coverage gap, which is really nice. It goes out to the team via an email, and then people can make sure that there will always be someone on call. Just, if someone's going on vacation, we are in the summertime. It's nice to have that reassurance that there will always be someone on call. So that is rotations. This is available right now. It's a really nice enhancement. They work really, really well with escalation policies. So if you have multiple people on call for the same schedule between multiple layers, all of them will be paged. If there are 3 people that are currently on call within the schedule, they'll all be paged at the same time. So really nice enhancement. Really, one of the last things that we felt that schedules like was a must-have, especially if you're people that are coming from the calcified incumbents looking for the modern platform that does it all for incidents like a fire hydrant. Okay, let's go on to the next one here, which is snoozing and reassigning. So previously, fire hydrant, obviously we're an on-call tool, we can alert people, but there are 2 things that on-call responders really need, and we heard this from a lot of the customers that are using fire hydrant now, which is I want to be able to make an alert, stop bugging me for 15 minutes or so, like hitting the snooze button on your alarm clock. And there are certain situations that I actually want to be able to reassign. So maybe I'm getting paged, but I'm actually busy with something else. Maybe I've got a turkey in the oven, or I'm actually fighting another incident. I just need to be able to reassign it. Fire Hydrant gives you the ability to do that now. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to page the core services team in my demo environment here. And we're going to see that the first step of their policy is going to notify their Slack channel. And we're going to do the first piece of this, which is snoozing an alert. So I'm just going to hit send alert from the top right here. Obviously this would normally come from your observability tool, but we can say summary, new Sev1 that needs assistance. And a contrived example, but if we look for the core services team here, we click confirm, FireHydrant will kick off a page to that team. And if I go over to Slack here, we'll see that there is a new alert here, new sub one that needs assistance. Um, probably a bad move to snooze this type of alert, honestly, but we're going to do it for demonstration purposes. I'm going to go ahead and hit snooze here, and then we're going to be displayed a couple options. We can say 15 minutes, 2 hours, 4 hours, 12 hours. So we'll hit 15, and we will see that this alert is actually snoozed now within the UI. So what will happen is we'll re-notify after the snooze has happened, which is that's kind of the point of it. What's also nice now is we can also show the reassigning. So if we click on reassign here, we can actually reroute it to someone. I can reroute it to myself because Dylan's the current on-call that got paged for this. If I hit reassign, we'll see that it is now reassigned to me. If I go to my Slack direct messages from the FireHydrant bot, it has messaged me saying that I'm getting a new alert. I'm also getting paged right now on my phone off to the side, and really nice kind of integrated experience between Slack, between the alerting system, and all of this is also available within the FireHydrant mobile app on iPhone and Android. So really great functionality, kind of comprehensive loop now between the entire alerting stack. Okay, let's change gears a little bit and let's go into something that I know excites everyone, which is role-based access control. This is something that we've been working on for a long time. Role-based access control is something that you cannot mess around with. You have to build it correctly, or you risk, opening up a big old security gap. So roles and permissions have officially launched their NGA on FireHydrant now. And what it basically means is that you can create a role, you can assign the permissions to that role, and then you can assign users that role. So you can think of a world where maybe you have an IT administrator that you only really want them to have access to managing the integrations connected to your FireHydrant account. You can create that role now. Maybe you have people that you just want them to be able to read incidents, but not do a single thing other than that. You can do that. And if we click on add role now within the administration portion of FireHydrant, we can see a role name. We can say IT admin. We can, just manages our integrations. And then we can see that there is a whole lot of different permissions that are available now within FireHydrant. You can create ones that only can read analytics. Maybe you have a team that needs to build integrations with the analytics portion of FireHydrant. You have a data analyst team that needs analytics access. You can give them that now. Um, Integration management, we can see here that I can click manage integrations. It's going to show me the prerequisites for this one, and it'll check those boxes automatically. Because there are certain things that if you manage the integrations, you have to be able to manage other parts of the system as well. And we can go ahead and create this role, and now we can go and assign it to different users as well. So if I go to the users page and I click on Dylan now, we've also redesigned this profile page, which is really, really slick now. It shows a lot more information, a much more condensed view. And we can see that Dylan's role is really easy to change now. I can just click the drop down. I can click IT admin, and now Dylan can only do the things that that role grants him, which is really nice. I'm going to move him back to owners so I don't forget, and then his demos are not messed up as a result. And as a bonus, I mentioned that this is also a nice update. You can see all of the notification compliance policy compliance is also displayed really nicely now in this view too. We can see that Dylan is out of compliance with the notification policies within FireHydrant. The other thing that's also nice about RBAC that we've launched is that RBAC can also be assigned to the individual users of a team as well. So now you can say that you might have a team manager that can manage your call routes, your escalation policies on call shifts, but only they have the access to do that. And they have to be a member of the team to do that. So this is a really big enhancement to our management because now only members of teams can manage their specific escalation policies. You can kind of lock down your policies to the members, and that means that people aren't kind of messing or accidentally or otherwise with other teams' settings for teams that they are not on. So really nice enhancement there too. Okay, so changing gears into another functionality that just launched, and this is more administrative than anything, but I think is very helpful for people that are looking to onboard onto signals and switch providers. So we've actually made it really simple to upload the phone numbers for your users into FireHydrant. If for businesses that have 100, 500, thousands of engineers, it's a lot harder to go ask all of those people to add their phone number, go through the setup process, and then obviously people are going to forget. It's kind of tricky. So what we've done is we've made it really simple to actually upload a CSV for all of your users within your account. It can include, it just needs two headers, the email and the phone number, and then we will assign all of your users in FireHydrant with those phone numbers really easily so that you can get going with your on-call and alerting within FireHydrant really, really seamlessly. The other nice benefit of the way that this is built is that it does integrate with SCIM. So if you have phone numbers from your HRIS platform integrated with Okta or Azure AD, we'll actually pull those phone numbers into FireHydrant as well for your on-call system. So nice enhancements, small management thing, but I think it makes a really big difference for people that are managing their users in the tool for alerting. Okay. And unless you're, I mean, if you're on LinkedIn, if you're on the internet in general, Hacker News, whatever, you've probably seen MCP somewhere out there. And we believe that MCP is a really good protocol for large language models to ask questions and perform tasks against APIs. And FireHydrant, we're very API forward, and we have launched our official MCP for that as well. So there is a user guide on FireHydrant's primary website under the blog. So it's available now. You can integrate it with Cursor, you can integrate it with Claude, and it's really, really nice to be able to ask very simple questions like listing incidents. You can even create incidents with it. You can list recent alerts. It's a nice way to interact with natural language with your FireHydrant organization. So available now. We're looking at doing other things like a hosted MCP server, and that's kind of in the works as well.